Hi there. Today I want to tell you how to get 25% speed improvement in your Vim startup. So let's get some baseline measures first of all. So I'm going to run Vim with the startup time argument, and I'm going to give it a number like 1 log just to capture some data. And if we open that file, you'll see this on this particular computer it took 329 milliseconds for Vim to start up. Let's just do that again, just to see whether there's any like warm cold cache effect going on. I'm going to open that up, and we got a little bit faster, so 209. I'm going to do it one more time to see if it's stabilizing. I think 209 is going to be roughly the time. Whoops, not edit. All right, so yeah, 214. So just over 200 milliseconds to start up. So let me show you what I'm doing now. I'm going to fast forward to the topmost commit, which as you can see here, I'm just adding these lines here to the top of my Vim startup file. So if there's a Vim loader in the environment, just call vim.loader.enable. So let's give that a shot. So Vim startup time, this time we're up to number 4. Let's look at number 4. So that was slower, but don't worry, don't lose hope just yet. I'm going to run it one more time. Ta-da! It got a little bit faster, 189. I'm going to run it one more time just to see, how fast it can get. And now what are we up to? We're up to 6. Yeah, just under 200. So we've gone from 210 to 190. So on this machine, that's a 20 millisecond improvement. On the other machine where I originally did this, I saw a 25% improvement. I can't remember the exact numbers. Actually, I don't need to remember them because it's in the commit message. So let's have a look. The commit message says, yeah, I was originally just below 200 milliseconds, and then I dropped down to just under 150. So that's a 25% improvement. So what is this magical Vim loader? Well, if you are a user of the plugin manager called lazy.nvim, well, you're already using it. It turns out that back in March, this pull request was sent and merged into the Neovim repository by the author of the lazy.nvim plugin. So what this basically does is replace the standard loader with one that compiles, or at least passes and compiles the Lua source code to Lua bytecode and sticks it in a cache file. And so this is the same code that's used by lazy.nvim, more or less, and so it's pretty well tested at this point. And as I said, this was merged back in March. So I'm aware of at least one bug that has been fixed, but I probably won't be able to find it, so I'm not going to bother showing you. But I did see a pull request go in to fix a bug where files were being modified, but the lazy loader wasn't picking up that they'd been modified, so it was reusing the old cached code. But as far as I know, there are no remaining bugs in this implementation, and as I link to here in my command, in my commit message, there is a proposal to make this the default. But until it becomes the default, you can turn it on, as I did in my .files, with just a simple conditional like that. Like if you're on a relatively recent version of nvim, vim.loader will exist, and you can just call enable, and you get this startup stuff for free. Now, as it says here, let me just go into it. If you ever need to clear this bytecode cache, you can find out where it's being written to by calling the standard path function, which is a Vim function, and ask it where it keeps its cache files. So my cache files are in .cache nvim. So if I just show you what's in there, so home directory .cache nvim, the subdirectory equal luac. So pipe that into less. So yeah, this is all of the files that were Lua and have been compiled to bytecode. So you can see right here that if we got a small speed improvement just by turning on the loader, you can get even more improvement by porting your Vim script config from Vim to Lua, because the more stuff that's pre-compiled and cached, the faster your startup will get. So I guess one thing to notice about this is it's a flat directory structure, so there's no nesting here, and the nesting is reflected in the file names instead, which I presume makes things faster because it doesn't have to traverse the file hierarchy looking for things to load. It can just get a listing of a single directory and it knows all the things it needs to load, like in order, presumably. And yeah, it just seems to work pretty well. Obviously, it's useful to know that the cache is here, not just to satisfy your intellectual curiosity about where are the files cached, but if you ever found a situation where the cache got corrupted or things were stale or something was wrong, you could go in here and debug it yourself. And one thing that I did actually when I was first trying this out was to, just out of curiosity, I wanted to see were the file timestamps being modified when I edited the corresponding Lua source file, and they were. So that's another reason why you might want to have a look at the contents of this directory. and if necessary, yeah, blow it all away. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the tip, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.